Capricorn 4, a large party entering a canoe. The sense we have here is that there is a collective migration occurring. A major, very unusual event is taking place where the whole group has simultaneously to change its situation. So the group might be the family, or an even larger sort of sense of a migration of a country or something like this. Now this is a group activity and therefore has to be engaged with on that group consciousness level. At that level, the individual has much less importance. And there are times when we simply have to surrender to the process that the group is going through. We can't concern ourselves at those times with our personal needs and wants. We have to accept that there are force majeure, larger concerns than our personal concerns. And we just have to accept that. We remember the equation about changing what you can't accept and accepting what you can't change. Certain things happen to us in life where we simply must learn acceptance. And it's generally understood, I think, that acceptance is some kind of capitulation, some kind of surrender to something you would rather not surrender to. And yet we can see it differently. If to learn the quality of acceptance, we need to undergo events that are just not our choosing, that's normal. You know, we do have to be forced to do something that we don't choose ourselves. But when you actually understand how to accept, this is a very deep feminine mystery, of course. Acceptance of what is a sublime state. It's a serene, peaceful state. And as we move deeper into the ability we have to accept, we can move more deeply into our ability we have to experience peace and serenity. And these are goals worthy of attainment for themselves. The Western world is structured onto the idea that attainment, success, achievement is the thing. And yet the East is more inclined towards the opposite principle. Somebody who is devoid of ambition is considered a highly developed spiritual person in the East, not so much in our world. But it's something that we really do need to learn for ourselves. It's inevitable at some point. As you become older in life, you're always giving up things. And that begins quite young. At the age of 18 or something, we give up an attitude that we have to life where we're taken care of and life's easy. And that's not true for everyone, but generally it is. And then little by little we do things that we like, and then later we have to give them up too. The idea of acceptance of something that has passed is not something that you only have to deal with later in life. But of course the inevitable acceptance that we have to deal with is decrepitude and death. And if you've practiced acceptance thoroughly in your life so that you enter that last era of life with the knowledge of how to approach it, it's helpful. Now, looking at this canoe journey from the other point of view, somebody has to manage this. There has to be a leader. The canoe has to be packed properly or it will overturn in the water. So the metaphor here can be taken into our lives. When we do anything major, move home, take the family from one city to another, even if it's just taking on a new job, whatever project that we have in mind is best attended to with excellent preparation. A master who has 6 hours to chop down a tree spends 4 of those hours sharpening his axe. This is a Zen teaching. In other words, the preparation stage of a project is much more important than we give credit for. We have to do a lot of preparation if we're to expect success. And people don't, generally. They don't prepare enough. They deal with emergencies when they pop up. For example, oh dear, I've got this bill I need to pay. What will I do? Well, it's been pretty certain that that bill has been coming for months. You know, it's an electric bill or something that you get one every now and again. And not to prepare for that is evidence that you don't really understand the dynamics of life. We need to look ahead and anticipate what certainly will happen and prepare for it. If you go for a ride in a canoe, you're pretty certain to come across a situation where the balance of the canoe is the difference between sinking and staying afloat. Life's like that. Life will unbalance us unless we've done the preparation properly.